Without a doubt, most Battlefield players have this annoying love-hate relationship with jets. They love the fact that it's cool to be able to fly in an FPS game, but hate the fact that it sometimes takes minutes to get in one, only to be blown out of the sky after seconds of taking off. This video will hopefully teach you how to stay in the air for more than a few seconds, and possibly get a few kills in the process. First things first, know your equipment. Become familiar with the unlocks available for the jets. Also, become familiar with the basic flight controls for whatever platform you're on. This can be done by just simply flying around in-game. Fly low to the ground, fly high, make sharp turns, nosedive. Just familiarize yourself with the basic flight controls. Some of the unlocks for jets include stealth, infrared flares, heat-seeking air-to-air missiles, belt speed loading, proximity scan, radar, extinguisher, maintenance, laser-guided missiles, beam scanning, and ECM radio jammers. I won't go into details about each perk because if you're just starting out, you probably won't be unlocking most of them for a while. But you should at least know they exist so you know what you're going up against. For example, your enemy may have an extinguisher unlock, which will make it so that even if you disable his plane, you would be able to activate the auto heal system and be right back in the fight without you even knowing. So after you got the basics of flight controls down, it's time to learn some of the recommended rules of engagement. When you're flying in Battlefield 3, you have to assume that every infantry has an anti-air missile hiding in their back pocket. So always avoid staying low or around infantry zones. Preferably just stay below 1,000 feet and cruise around while spotting targets. Staying close to 1,000 feet will make it impossible for any infantry or vehicle to do you any damage, or even know you exist until you decide to engage them. Once you have spotted a target,
now there's an enemy bird flying in, over.
You're ready to engage. Assuming you're still near 1,000 feet, predict the enemy's movement as you throttle up and nosedive right behind him, close enough to pull the trigger once and disable his jet without giving him any chance to react. Keep in mind, you want to engage him preferably as he's flying away from the infantry zone. Last thing you want is a couple missiles chasing after you. Don't be greedy. Unless you like waiting in line for a jet, disengage and gain elevation as fast as possible if you get locked on. You can heal from one hit if you're flying away, but not from two if you stick around. Once you have disabled your target, chances are he'll crash or bail somewhere. Ideally, you want to chase him until you can completely destroy his jet, but don't put yourself in danger while doing so. Now, if the enemy is able to react fast enough and attempts to shake you off his tail, don't panic. You still have the advantage of being behind him. Just stay a good shooting distance behind him so that you have plenty of time to react to his movements until you can disable his jet. If you lose track of him, just gain altitude while looking around to see where he is and engage in his 6 o'clock again. Chances are he won't be on your tail and still frantically trying to get away from you. If you're getting chased yourself, don't panic and do something stupid like going for the tree lines. You want to randomly fly up, then quickly nosedive below and around him, then randomly circle in one direction while gaining altitude until you spot him and get away or behind him. If that doesn't work, keep trying until it does. Maneuvers like this will typically make him lose track of you long enough to engage behind him. Remember, all jets fly at the same speed, so never try to outrun him or level out for long periods of time. This will just give him more chances to fill your hole with bullets. Choppers are big, slow-moving targets, which makes them the easiest to kill. All you have to do is throttle back while nosediving just below 1,000 feet again. Nosediving while throttling back from a high altitude will make it easier for you to aim, give you plenty of time to destroy it, and makes it less likely for you to be locked on by infantry. After every engagement, just remember to regain altitude and start spotting your next target. And that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully after watching this video you have learned enough to stay up in the air for more than a few seconds. And if you have, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I'll be responding to most of your comments, so let me hear what you have to say, and I will be making a more advanced version of this tutorial, so subscribe for more Battlefield 3 videos as well. Thank you all for watching, and if you want to play with me, feel free to send me a friend request on Battlelog, and I'll see you all next time.